What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Nitro Gaming. The last day and a half of content from EA Sports has basically been them throwing things at the wall hoping it sticks, knowing that this promo has been a 3 out of 10 team of the season at best. But with the most anticipated team of the season, which is La Liga, coming out yesterday, and just before that, having a full team of Europa League winners going into packs, EA Sports have gone all out. They are trying everything right now. But the cool thing about the Europa League cards, as you probably already know, they're only out for another few hours, which is rare to see in the modern era of FC Ultimate Team. We don't see these kind of rare cards where they only come out for a couple of days or only a day like we have in the past. Back in FIFA 15 and 16 and 17, I remember they'd drop man of the match cards similar to this, and they'd only be out for like a day or two, and it made them very rare and exclusive. It made them very exciting to pack, and they have kind of crushed it with the Europa League cards here. And it also gives us kind of an idea that there might be something coming for Champions League here very soon. So we've got to keep our heads on a swivel because this market has been in ruins over the course of the last day, and it's probably not going to be finished very soon. I'm going to tell you guys exactly what to do with your coins today. If you're excited, drop a like on the video, subscribe to Nitro Gaming if you haven't yet, and if you subscribe right now, we're going to get something good out of this 82, we got to make it a better pack than that, than this 84, which is the best pack I can see, 100 player pack, that might be good. You know what, let's rip it, 100 player pack, maybe we'll get our first La Liga card, or we'll just get a gold card, no Europa League, no La Liga TOTS, nothing in this pack. We can't actually start with this. That is atrocious. 85 combo upgrade. Give me a blue. There we go. This is what we were looking for. It's blue. Liga F, maybe not exactly what we're looking for, but it's blue. And we will take blue. It's going to be Alexia Fernandez double with Imade, who is a 96 rated card. That isn't too bad. Let's hop into the video. But unsurprisingly, only goes for 17,000 coins. Oh man, EA, we gotta fix this stuff. Do you guys need coins in FC 25 Ultimate Team? Well, U7Buy has you covered. It's cheap, it's fast, and it's safe with 24/7 online customer support. Even big creators use it, and it has over 40,000 positive reviews. Make sure to use my link down in the description and use code NITRO for an extra 8% at checkout. And on top of all of that, you'll get a 19% newcomers coins bonus. Quite a coincidence that both the team of the seasons in that pack were from Granada. Not a coincidence that they didn't sell for really anything. I mean, neither of those cards go for much, and not very many of the team of the season cards do go for much. And I mean, I sound like a broken record when it comes to that, but quite frankly, even with the most anticipated team of the season, even with the highest rated and probably the most juice stats that we've seen so far for a team of the season, we still have cards like Valverde who are 145,000 coins, and a lot of cards on the bench that barely go for above discard price. So when you see a blue flare, you're probably not getting all that excited, though there are a few more options from this team like Vinny Jr., Rafinha, Mbappe, Lamine Yamal, Bellingham, and Pedri that all do go for a little bit and would be exciting to pack, but the vast majority of the blue cards, I mean, even Gyökeres doesn't even hit 1 million coins just a few hours after the release of his card. And when it comes to Liga F, the only card that's above 1 million coins is Alexia Putellas. Again, even Aitana Bonmati is not above 1 million coins. So it's not that exciting to get yourself a blue still, and that's kind of been the buzzkill of Team of the Season so far. But as we take a look at the UEL winners, there are some juiced cards in this team as well. As you can see, Son at 3.5 million coins, Romero right there at 650k, Udogi is not too bad. Pretty much all of these cards are usable, which is the good thing about this team. Every single card is 96 rated except for Romero, who's 97, still only 3 playstyle plus, but every single one of these cards is actually selling for above the price of, it looks like 85k is the cheapest card in the team. That makes it exciting to actually pack one of these cards, so hopefully we'll get some orange as we continue to open packs today. But The one thing I want to turn your eyes to is the fact that these cards are on their way up, and right now they're only in packs for another 9 hours, guys, which means that at content release today, they're going to be going out of packs. And this card, Van de Ven, who went from 900,000 coins to 1.3 mil, that's probably a bubble now, but there's going to be another opportunity to get these cards, probably not at 900K, but these cards go out of packs today, and they're very, very usable cards. However, we've got to keep an eye out for evolutions that could drop the price of certain positions. As we take a look over here, we're going to get a La Liga TOTS evolution where Maldini can be used. So cards like Van de Ven might not be the best investment. Those cards could be dropping in the hype of these kind of evolutions coming out here very, very soon. As you can see by FUT Police leaks 20 hours ago, a new max a 92 center back evolution is set to come to Ultimate Team. Ruben Diaz can be used in that one. And if you guys go check out this tweet, you can see that he does reply to some of the cards that can and can't be used. You can kind of hone in on what cards can be used if you want to make an investment or see if your untradeable card does fit. But we're also getting a max 92 cam evolution as well. So cams might not be great investments right now, and center backs might not be great investments right now, but we're looking at a pretty healthy market, quite frankly, after the market crash came from yesterday. Now, we were holding some Bukayo Saka, who's 35,000 coins right now. We sold at about 44K. As you can see, I told you guys, let's go ahead and hold this card for a few more hours. We're going to sell after Division Rival Rewards on Thursday, and that was a good play because we got a few thousand coins out of it. 39K, 38K is what we could have sold it for. Ended up selling it for about 44,000 coins. It was very, very nice and very, very well timed because as you can see, that had a nice little crash all the way down to 26,000 coins. Now recovered to 35K. This is like a Saturday morning potential energy. You got a marble right at the top of the hill, and that marble is about to come back down. The roller coaster has gone down the first hill, and it's climbing up the second, but you're about to go down again. That's probably what we're going to see this market at later today, is going back down in price. So even though we're seeing a nice rise right now, it's a good time to sell because I just don't see it holding on to this value over the course of the next few hours. And even when it comes to these UEL winners, I think a lot of this rise, even if we are seeing some natural rise, a lot of it's artificial. A lot of it is investors getting in early before they go out of packs. I think we're going to see some evolutions. We're going to see some SBCs that bring down the price again later in this weekend, and then we might be able to pick up some investments. So I do like a couple of the prices. I mean, I look at this bench right here, and you look at a card like, I would say, a card like Jed Spence as a right back with these kind of stats and under 100K, it's not too bad at all. This is a card that hit as low as 55K though. And so he's already recovered a huge, huge rise because people know that they're going out of packs later today. I think that these are cards that will come back down a little bit. So wait for the bubble to pop. Pick up some cards. Am I saying that they're going to be 55K again? Probably not. But will they drop below, 80K? Will this card drop below 75K? Very, very possible. So we're going to keep an eye on those cards. But if you have any, I would sell before this bubble pops, even though they are going out of packs. Now, when we look at some of the cards from the previous teams, like we looked at Saka, we can take a look at, let's take a look at Orsolini right here, a right mid right wing, so maybe not too affected by the upcoming evolutions. This card dropped down to 192 or recovered to 250. I mean, this card wasn't even 250,000 coins, Friday. Like, this card was lower than that Friday. I just can't imagine it holds on to this 250K price. I've never seen a better time to sell than right now. It just really, really looks great because we saw such a big market crash and everybody seemed to have spent all their coins that we're seeing this recovery in price that just isn't sustainable as we go through the next couple of weeks. And one thing I do have to remind you guys of is that Ultimate Team of the season is on the way. We do have 1 week gap where La Liga is going to end. We're going to get, the Saudi League Rest of World. We're going to get some other things next week. We're going to get MLS next week. We're going to get some other things next week that are going to be exciting. We'll probably see Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi get Team of the Seasons. But right after that is going to be Ultimate Team of the Season. And on top of that, we're also going to get UCL cards because the UCL final, guys, the UCL final, not for women's. What are we talking about? The UCL schedule men's. I don't know why Google decides that. All right, this will work. All right, the final is on May 31st, so we're a week away from Inter Milan playing against PSG. So one of those teams is also going to get a team here in about a week. So with that being said, we're going to see the hype of Ultimate Team of the Season, the hype of the UCL cards dropping into the game at the exact same time. If you think that was the last Team of the Season market crash, you are absolutely wrong. So even if you missed the opportunity to pick up some cards yesterday, I think that there's going to be another opportunity to pick up these UEL cards. I would sell every one of the old Team of the Seasons that you have. And on top of that, there's going to be another great opportunity to pick up some cards that crash here in just about a week or a week and a half away. So wait for that and get ready to spend a lot of your coins when that happens. Now, when it comes to some of the TOTS SBCs and objectives, we've already seen a couple of them drop. Anthony came out yesterday, and we also saw Nico Williams go into objectives. You need to win 10 Champions League, not Champions League, FUT Champions Weekend League matches this weekend. So you got to go 10-5 to get the Nico Williams. You'll also get a couple more rewards, especially if you win all 15. If you go 15-0, you're going to get spectacular rewards. But even if you just win 4 or win 8 or win 10, you're going to get some good rewards from FUT Champs this weekend. And you're probably not going to see too many people quit, because if you play all 15 all the way to completion, you get a 3 Team of the Season player pick. So with that being said, you probably want to play all your games, not rage quit any, but if you go up 6-0 in the first half, that's probably also why people are not quitting. Anthony doesn't look bad. I wish he had 4 playstyles, but the 3 playstyles he does have is very good. And then you're going to see cards like Balde, so left back right there. That is a card that I think might shake the market. That's a really, really good card right there. And then we already saw Babajide drop into the game. The rest of these SBCs don't look too incredible to me. I think they just look mid all across the board. I like Balde. Right there. I just don't see Jimenez really shaking the game up too much. Patrick Guerra looks all right. Mapi Leon looks okay, but, you know, I really don't use women center backs too often just because they're shorter most of the time. I think Balde might be the only SBC that could shake up the market. So left backs I would avoid, center attacking mids I would avoid, and then center backs I would avoid. So left back, center back, and center attacking mids I would avoid. But when it comes to the investments that I'm going to look for in these UEL out of packs here in maybe a day or so, the rest of the cards are definitely up for grabs for me. So anything that, you know, anybody that doesn't play left back or center back is good. Anybody who doesn't play center attacking mid is good. So, you know, Sar actually looks decent right there. Not a bad card for those medium budget investors. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at fodder, guys, because I've actually got some fodder listed up on my transfer list. And 87s, don't sell. 84s don't sell. 85s don't sell. 83s don't sell. 88s don't sell. 89s don't sell. 90s, if you pack De Bruyne and Kane, they don't sell. The rest of them do. And then if you pack Rodri or Haaland, they don't sell at 91 rated either. Yes, you've heard me right. We've hit a point in the game where 91 rated cards, you can pack a 91 rated card, which are the highest rated gold cards in the game, Rodri and Haaland, and they don't sell on the market. And even the Team of the Season cards that you look up all the way to 93 rated are going for pretty much discard price as well. 11,250 coins is the lowest you can list it. So these 2 cards that you see right there from Hjulmand are up for the cheapest you can possibly list for. At that point, fellas, especially with Ultimate TOTS less than 2 weeks away now, I would just buy a lot of those 93 rated, you know, cards for 11,250, 11,500 coins. There's no risk involved whatsoever. You can quick sell them at any time and get your coins back. But I think there's, you know, a decent chance that they go up for Ultimate TOTS, because the Ultimate Team of the Season are still going to have the upgrade SBCs out that we see right now, and they might be even better. So you're going to need those Team of the Season cards for these upgrade SBCs and for like a guaranteed Ultimate TOTS SBC if they drop one of those. But you're not going to see the supply that we're getting right now, because right now you have 3 teams out. That's 50 cards every single week that are in packs. But for Ultimate Team of the Season, you're not going to see that. Only a few of them are going to be fodder, if any, right? So the supply is going to be gone, but the demand is still going to be there. So we have like a 2-week investment where you can pick up a lot of these cards that are 93 rated and going for pretty close to discard price. And I would just hold for 2 weeks until Ultimate TOTS comes out. And I think you're going to make some coins on those cards. So my favorite investments right now are the discard price TOTS cards that are like 92 or 93 rated. Then you could even go in on 94 rated players like Kokchu or Jean Garcia for 15,000 coins. It seems like 94 rateds are the only cards that you can guarantee that you pack and you'll be able to sell. Actually, that's not even true, because I just saw that the price range for Jean Garcia is 15,000 coins. So that card doesn't even sell either. So I take it back. Kokchu, right there, 94 rated, 11,000 coins. He's one of the cards that's actually listed up less than 15K. It looks like those cards at 15K, you can't actually even list for less than that. That's incredible. I mean, that is absolutely insane. 95 rateds go for about 22,000 coins. It's risky because you just don't know if EA Sports are going to bring any good value SBCs over the course of the next few days. Of course, Balde is good, but he's probably not going to require 94 rated cards. He will probably, on the other hand, require Team of the Season cards. So with that being said, there is some upside to the 93s and 94s, but I would just go ahead and buy them for discard and make sure you're taking absolutely no risk whatsoever, guys. Now, I know it sounds kind of crazy that we just had a market crash with the release of these Europa League cards and La Liga cards coming out at the same time, people ripping a lot of their saved packs, and it also being a great time to sell at the exact same time. I get how that's confusing, but hopefully I explained it pretty well today, that even though prices dropped, especially for cards that aren't in packs, because La Liga cards are super, super cheap right now, and it makes it so you can kind of replace the old cards with the new, cheaper cards. But we've also seen a huge bubble, a recovery, a rebound in price that is really artificial, that is not sustainable at the same time. So that, rise in price that we saw over the course of the last 12 hours is going to come back down to an extent. Now, will it hit the low point that we saw yesterday on Friday? Maybe not. We probably aren't going to see those low points again over the course of this weekend, other than, of course, for the cards that are in packs like La Liga TOTS cards or Liga F cards or Liga Portugal cards. But for the Europa League cards, they've probably already hit their low point, but right now they're at a high point. They're going to come back down a little bit. And so we wait for that. They'll go out of packs, and maybe we make some coins throughout this week, especially knowing that we're probably not going to get another market crash until Ultimate Team of the Season comes out here in about 2 weeks. So we're going to see a lot of opportunity for recovery. There's going to be division rival rewards come Thursday, and that always brings prices up at least 5, 10, and a lot of times over 20% on certain cards. So be patient, wait till this bubble pops, wait till these cards come back down a little bit, and then we're going to take our profits, or take our coins, put it in to a lot of these cards that are out of packs like UEL cards, and wait for them to rise over the course of the next week or so. Now, I'm not going to hold for too long, because I know that Ultimate Team of the Season's on its way, and I know that the UCL cards that PSG or Milan, whichever team ends up winning, are going to probably get a team as well. And I'm kind of banking on those cards being even more hype than the UEL cards. So I'm going to wait for those. I'll probably make some coins off of them as well, using this first wave of hype as kind of a benchmark, kind of see how these cards move over the course of this week and this weekend. And then we kind of have a cheat sheet for the next time that it comes around. But that's going to be it for today, guys. I've only got about a week left of my job before I have fully quit, and I'll be doing YouTube full-time at that point. It is a very, very scary time in my life. I appreciate every single one of you guys that make it to the end of my videos and support me all the way through the year. It's going to be a tough summer. It's going to be a lot more videos. It's going to be a lot of all of my channels active. But I'm excited for the journey, the challenge ahead, and I appreciate all you guys that supported me through this process. So I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Peace out.